This tower is 398 feet tall. It's the second tallest in the world. This tower cannot stop for anything. I mean, we got planes landing at 100, 120 an hour out here.
Our guys know that I got a job to do and I got to get up there and do it. It sounded like an earthquake, and the whole building shook when the failure happened.
Our elevator maintenance contractor came out, took a look at it, and determined that we had a motor failure. So there was no way that we was going to have this facility, this main elevator in Atlanta Tower, operational.
Prior to this happening, we signed a contract to renovate the elevator. Then all of a sudden, we had to rush to include the motor replacement to the project.
We, of course, didn't know how catastrophic the failure was. We envisioned it being a short outage, several hours, maybe up to a day, but nothing that was about to happen was ever in my mind initially.
So we removed the motor. 2 days later, they determined when they got it open that we had a hard failure, that actually a shim had come loose inside the motor and totally destroyed this motor.
When it happened is in the dog days of August, you know. Temperatures routinely in the mid-90s, and so in the stairwell, there's no telling how hot it was getting at the time.
We got both of our unions involved, both PASS and NACA. Started putting our heads together. What can we do quickly? We gotta move. So we decided first thing we do is get water. Let's get a couple of places up the stairs that could be rest stations, and we decided to put this on the 4th and 8th levels. Now the 4th and 8th levels is like the 4th floor and like the 17th floor. And so when you start moving 32 pack of 16 ounce, so that's 32 pounds a case, 100 cases, you're talking over 3,000 pounds of water.
We were pretty much got into a chain gang going up the stairs and hauling this water up there. We got that done within 2 hours. It was amazing.
Really unbelievable just to see everybody pull together and do that. It was so hot in there, we were all drenched.
It was my concern a couple of times that if we have folks that aren't able to walk the steps today, am I going to have enough air traffic controllers make it to the tower? So we don't have to curtail services. That never happened. Some of the folks started talking about, I made it up the steps in 5 minutes. You're talking 36 stories. It became a competition of sorts.
And, you know, they kind of turned it into, hey man, we're getting healthier. So everybody kind of looked on the bright side. Man, I've lost 5 pounds while I'm doing this.
Our technicians that work at this facility, you never heard them complain, and they wanted to do whatever they could to help make sure that the impact to the NAS was mitigated any way they could.
Contracting was fantastic. Couldn't have done any of this without them. I was talking with my contracting officer on the weekends, on Sundays.
We were in collaboration with our unions and our managers the whole time and working this out together, and somebody had a suggestion, we would all take a look at it, say yes or no, and move on.
Figure it out, fix it, move on.
Ops Engineering came up with a company that could provide that elevator motor in record time.
When the equipment started arriving on the 31st, we were here 24/7. We were doing everything that we could to facilitate relatively air-free installation.
If you want to talk collaboration, that one issue, in a way, it took almost 6 weeks from start to finish for it to finally be resolved, was textbook.
The cooperation, the teamwork with everyone, it was just unbelievable, and all the managers and everybody worked so well together.
It could be us and them, and there wasn't that. It was we, and we got it done.